This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just... Oh! Oh my God!
Although there was plenty of fun at Super Bowl 55, it is never too early to think about the future of football. All 259 picks have been made, and the 2021 NFL Draft is officially in the books for all 32 franchises. While it's too soon to say exactly how every draft pick will pan out, let's see the 10 best draft picks that could win the next Super Bowl. Number 10, Zach Wilson. The New York Jets have selected BYU quarterback Zach Wilson with the second overall pick of the 2021 NFL Draft. You never truly know until it happens on draft day, but this is what I was hoping for. This is what me and my family were praying for, is to be in this situation and go and play for the Jets. When you can be a key piece that actually flips an organization around, I think that's so special. So I'm excited, me along with this new coaching staff as well, to go in there and try to do the best we can to flip this thing around. Wilson, one of 13 prospects on site at the NFL's draft headquarters in Cleveland, said shortly after his name was called as the Jets' second overall pick of the draft around 8:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he exchanged stinging hand slaps with green and white fans along the runway en route to a big bro hug with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Wilson played in a pistol-heavy offense that featured full-field reads and mostly pro-style concepts. His best trait is his ability to extend plays, and he does a good job of adjusting his arm angle to generate throwing windows. ESPN's Steve Munch wrote, "What also stands out, Wilson's ability to throw receivers open and his touch working against zone looks." Wilson was one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the nation, throwing for 3,692 yards with a 73.5% completion percentage and tossing 33 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions. He also rushed for 254 yards and 10 touchdowns. Number 9, Kyle Pitts. The Atlanta Falcons selected tight end Kyle Pitts with the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Pitts was widely viewed as the best non-quarterback prospect in this year's draft class after a breakout season at Florida last year. The 6'6", 245-pound offensive weapon caught 100 passes for 1,492 yards and 18 touchdowns in his 3-year career in Gainesville. With his rare blend of speed, size, and athleticism, Pitt becomes a star in his junior season and won the John Mackey Award as the best tight end in college football. Back in high school, he knew he didn't want to be a quarterback, so he transferred schools, maintaining he wanted to be the player catching passes instead of throwing them. He chose a college in Florida after researching tight ends at every school. Pitts might be 20 years old, one of the youngest players entering the NFL, but he has the mentality of someone much older. He spent years paying attention to what his parents and other elders said and did, turning into someone with a singular yet adaptable approach to his future. Being 20 years old and being the number 4 pick, that's not usual. There's a lot of things coming at me, and being able to handle it and do the right thing is something that I've learned through time, Pitt said. Number 8, Devontae Smith. Former Alabama star wide receiver Devontae Smith was chosen 10th overall in the 2021 NFL Draft by the Philadelphia Eagles. There is nothing this man can't do on offense. He has the toughness to block when needed. He has shiftness to avoid tacklers. He can catch anything thrown in his zip code, using his body positioning as a tool to make life easier on a quarterback and impossible for a defensive back. Along with being a vertical threat, Smith should be a good third down weapon in the NFL, given his ability to get open on short to intermediate routes. There's a reason Smith is in the rare company of a small number of wide receivers to have won the Heisman, and he deserves it. Number 7, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence began playing at Clemson as a freshman, and he dominated almost immediately. That was the first good sign. Along with Alabama, Clemson has become one of the two annual powerhouses in college football. Lawrence continued Deshaun Watson's legacy as a great Clemson quarterback. He was selected number 1 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he already made a little bit of history in the process. Lawrence is just the second player in the recruiting era to be picked number 1 overall after being ranked as the number 1 prospect in his high school recruiting class. The only other number 1 prospect to be picked first overall was ex-South Carolina defensive end Jadeveon Clowney, who was the top pick in the 2014 draft by the Houston Texans. Clowney, who is the top-ranked prospect of all time, signed with the Gamecocks out of South Point High School in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Lawrence's high school accolades are well documented. He was the 2017 24/7 Sports National Player of the Year, USA Today Offensive Player of the Year, Maxwell Football Club Offensive Player of the Year, and he played in the 2018 U.S. Army All-American Bowl. He threw for 3,290 yards, 41 touchdowns, and only 1 interception during his senior season in high school, compiling 13,902 yards, 161 touchdowns, and 21 touchdowns in 4 years as the starter at Cartersville. Number 6, Jalen Waddle. Former Alabama wide receiver Jalen Waddle was selected by the Miami Dolphins at number 6 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. Dating back to his breakout true freshman campaign in 2018, Waddle has reeled in 21 of 26 passes that traveled 20 or more yards through the air. He caught 6 of 7 deep targets last season and scored touchdowns on half of those receptions. A true 4-down player, Waddle's dynamic threat extends to special teams. He averaged 19.3 yards per punt return with 2 career touchdowns on 38 opportunities. He also scored a kickoff return touchdown and averaged 23.8 yards on 9 kick returns. He's one of the most talented kickoff and punt returners to enter the NFL over the last decade, says Daniel Jeremiah, an analyst for the NFL Network. Number 5, Penei Sewell. Former Oregon left tackle Penei Sewell was selected by the Detroit Lions with the number 7 overall pick of the NFL Draft, becoming the highest drafted offensive lineman in UO history. I'm coming each and every day ready to run through the wall, ready to do whatever it takes to accomplish my goals and the team goals. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm putting everything on the line, my body and everything else. I'm ready to sacrifice everything for my goals and my dreams, Sewell said. Sewell, who doesn't turn 21 until October 9th, said he hasn't even scratched the surface of his full potential yet. To be honest, I haven't even started yet. That's how I feel. The sky's the limit. I'm ready to tap into that potential, and I'm ready to go to work to fulfill that dream, he said. Sewell opted out of the 2020 season, but was the Outland Trophy winner and Associated Press Pac-12 Co-Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. He allowed just 1 sack combined in 2018 and 2019 in 1,376 snaps. Sewell is arguably the best offensive tackle in this draft, and there's tremendous value in getting a player like that at number 7. Number 4, Brevin Jordan. The Houston Texans picked Miami tight end Brevin Jordan with the 147th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. At only 20 years old, the Houston Texans are getting a player who has not yet reached his prime and has tons of room to grow. Despite the fact that the Houston Texans have already added tight ends this offseason, Jordan provides a potential long-term answer. He looks to be the dynamic pass catcher that the team has been looking for. Whoever the quarterback is this season, don't be surprised to see the former Hurricane occupying the middle of the field. Jordan proved most capable on the intermediate routes as he recorded 8 receptions on 11 targets for 3 touchdowns on plays of 10 to 19 yards in 2020. His QB had a 154.4 passer rating on that stem of the route tree, and he recorded an impressive 83.5 PFF pass grade. Number 3, Ja'Marr Chase. With the number 5 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals selected wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase. During LSU's championship season, the 6', 201-pound Chase played in 14 games with 84 grabs and an SEC single-season record of 1,780 yards. He became the first wide receiver in LSU history to become a unanimous All-American. The guy spent the entire 2019 season killing people at the catch point. Ja'Marr Chase is a complete receiver. He is freakishly strong, incredibly athletic, and has absurd ball skills. He is the best receiver prospect to ever come out of LSU, and if this quarterback class weren't so loaded, he'd go in the top 3. Don't forget, he did all of that at age 19. Number 2, Nick Bolton. With the 58th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs selected linebacker Nick Bolton from the University of Missouri. The Chiefs acquired pick number 58 from the Baltimore Ravens in their trade for tackle Orlando Brown Jr. Bolton was considered by many to be in the top echelon off-ball linebackers in the 2021 NFL Draft. As the NFL evolves into a passing league, some question the value of run-stuffing linebacker, but KC capitalized on his perceived value. In 2 years of play at Missouri, Bolton earned first-team All-Sec honors both seasons. In 2020, he earned recognition as a second-team All-American. After finishing the 2020 season, Bolton's stat line looked as follows: 95 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 5 pass breakups. Number 1, Justin Fields. The Bears boldly traded up 9 spots in the first round of the NFL Draft Thursday night to select Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields with the number 11 overall pick. The 22-year-old was a dual-threat quarterback at Ohio State. Compiling a 20-2 record as a starter the past 2 seasons, Fields completed 68.4% of his passes for 5,373 yards with 63 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, while also rushing for 867 yards and 15 touchdowns on 218 carries. In each of his 2 seasons in Columbus, the 6'3", 228-pounder quarterbacked Ohio State to the Big Ten championship, an undefeated regular season, and a berth in the college football playoff. Justin Fields has everything you look for in a quarterback. He's got a great arm, consistent accuracy, running ability, toughness, and his leadership is unmatched. Who do you think will win the next Super Bowl? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.